This rapper got smacked for using the N-word, while another was dangled over a balcony. Both were white rappers who got put in their place by others. One of them, a white MC, showed up to a battle acting like he had the streets on lock, pretending to be a tough gangster. But he wasn't prepared for what was coming. He got too comfortable and ended up letting the N-word slip.
The battle rappers, they talk too much, saying I can't use the N-word in this battle.
Zop wasn't about to let that slide. Before this fake thug could even finish his weak bar, the other guy was already on him.
I just called you. Whoa.
One moment, he was acting tough, and the next he was seeing stars. The crowd went wild. Half of them were cracking up, while the rest stood there in shock. Now, speaking of MCs getting put in their place, have you heard about this next rapper? This guy got checked so hard in a battle that he switched genres entirely. We're talking about a wild saga between two of the most notorious names in the game, Machine Gun Kelly, the young gun, thinking he could take on the og rap god, Eminem. This beef is a classic when it comes to Slim Shady's family. That's a line you just don't cross, just ask Ya Rule, MGK later complained, accusing Eminem of blackballing him from Shade 45.
I'm my favorite rapper alive, says my favorite rapper banned me from Shade 45, I wonder.
MGK kept acting like his career was suffering because of that old tweet. But the real drama began in 2018 when Eminem dropped Kamikaze out of nowhere on the track Not Alike. M went straight for MGK's jugular, calling him out by name and tearing apart his entire style. If you wanna come at me with a submachine gun, and I'm talking to you, but you already know who you are, Kelly. I don't use sublims and sure as don't sneak diss, but keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. MGK thought he could handle it and clapped back with Rap Devil. I know you can't stand yourself, nah. Trying to be the old you so bad you stand yourself, huh? Let's leave all the beef in the 50, please. You're pushing 50. Why you claiming that I'm a call puff when you're the one that called Diddy? Facts, yeah, I'll acknowledge you're the GOAT, but I'm the gunner, B. I got you in the scope, bro, don't have a heart attack now. He dismantled him line by line. Yeah, I had enough money in '02 to burn it in front of you, ho. Younger me? No, you're the whack me. It's funny but so true. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you. Kelly, they'll be putting your name next to Ya, next to Benzino. Die, mother, like the last mother saying Haley in vain. Alien brain, you Satanist. Yeah, my biggest flops are your greatest hits. It's your moment. This is it. As big as you're gonna get. So enjoy. But you could tell the fight was gone. In interviews, he started downplaying the feud, calling Eminem's diss out of touch, a classic move when you know you've taken an L.
The kill shot was a leg shot. Rap Devil, we're talking about facts. You want to talk about man buns? Answer the facts.
I think people.
You want to talk about a hairstyle I wore for a movie, a blockbuster movie? Shout out Nerve. In a 10-episode Showtime series called Roadies.
This whole beef just proved that even in his 40s, Eminem was still a beast on the mic. It's crazy how Iggy Azalea burst onto the scene, thinking she could slide into hip-hop without paying her dues. The culture wasn't having it, and some heavy hitters stepped up to set her straight. First up was Snoop Dogg, who came at Iggy hard. He posted a meme of her without makeup, which many took as Snoop calling her out for appropriating black culture while being white. Iggy tried clapping back, but Snoop wasn't backing down. He kept the memes coming, even comparing her to Marlon Wayans in White Chicks. Things escalated.
Say, bitch, you with the wrong nigga, and your nigga better check you for what I do. You funky bitch. Yeah, you.
The whole internet was glued to this beef, with fans and haters alike chiming in. It got so intense that Iggy's label boss had to step in and try to squash it.
Boys and girls, I just got off the phone with my homeboy Tip, the king of Atlanta, and it's officially over. No more bad talk. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
But the damage was done, and Iggy's reputation took a serious hit. Snoop wasn't the only one putting Iggy on blast. Azalea Banks, another fierce MC, wasn't about to let Iggy slide. Banks came in hard, calling Iggy out for cultural appropriation and biting off black culture.
Whenever it comes to our things, like black issues or black politics or black music or whatever, there's always this like undercurrent of kind of like you. There's always like a, yeah, like y'all don't really own it, like y'all don't have, you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that Macklemore album wasn't better than the Drake record. You know what I mean? That Iggy Azalea not better than any black girl that's rapping today, you know?
Azalea Banks went as far as to tear up during a Hot 97 interview, talking about how unfair it was that Iggy was getting more shine than black artists who had been putting in the work for years.
The very least, y'all owe me the right to my identity and to not exploit that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're like holding on to, like, rap. And like Bill Cosby.
Azalea Banks doubled down on her criticism of Iggy, calling her more of a pop star than a rapper. Banks went off, saying that only rappers who are truly part of the culture should be in the rap game, basically telling Iggy to stay in her lane and stop appropriating the culture.
And that's fine. So put her in the pop category. Put her with Katy Perry and Lady. Put her and Miley Cyrus in the same box together.
Don't put her in hip hop.
Don't put her in hip hop.
But she's rapping over a beat though.
But just because she's not singing does not mean it's rap music.
Even before all this drama, Azalea Banks had been side-eyeing Iggy since 2011. Banks came at Iggy for making the XXL Freshman cover, saying it wasn't right for a white woman who called herself a runaway slave master to be representing hip-hop like that.
Said something about her calling herself a runaway slave master, and the comfortably did a whip motion in the video. She was like, runaway slave master. Oh! Oh! And y'all will sweep that shit under the rug. But whenever I have to say,
we got at her about it.
But I'm saying in general, whenever I have to say anything about anything, then it's like
T.I. stepped in trying to defend his artist, but Azalea Banks wasn't having it. She told him to mind his business and stay in his lane.
well, the situation said, cause I am a very distinguished individual and I keeps it real. And she need to get her man before she come talk to me. Cause yeah. Like, get the out of here. Where the you learn how to read? Freedmen's Bureau? Like, did you get your GED in jail?
All these beefs put Iggy in a tough spot. She was trying to make moves in the rap game, but kept getting checked by artists who felt she wasn't showing proper respect. She did try to address the issues, but it didn't do much for her reputation.
I'm the best Azalea. Me, Iggy Azalea sucks. And just all this unnecessary to me. I like to think of music as art, and even though rap is that battle culture, I don't do it for that. I just do it because I like to make that I enjoy, and I couldn't give a fuck about any of that crap, and she really gets off on it, and you know she does, because she does with everybody, so I don't know. Fun.
Iggy Azalea also found herself dissed by Eminem on his Killshot track in 2018. You ain't never made a list next to No Biggie, No Jay, next to Taylor Swift, and that Iggy ho, you about to really blow. And again in 2019, compare me to Manson, Marilyn or Charles. Compare me to Nas, Biggie, or Pac. Do not compare me to that Iggy expletive. After all this drama with Iggy getting schooled by Oggs, she found herself on the other side of the fence. Iggy had to step up and check a young white female rapper who was going too far. Bad Bunny, this young blood, who came up from some Dr. Phil drama, thought she was tough enough to step to Iggy, an Og in comparison. The beef erupted when Bad Bunny dissed Iggy on her track Hybe remix. Don't compare me to Iggy, that old hoe is washed, and I'm lit. Wouldn't pay her to wash up my whip. Iggy threw it right back on Instagram, not even trying to be subtle. The drama then moved from online beef to real-life confrontation when they both ended up at Cardi B's Fashion Nova event. Bad Bunny wasn't about to let the online disrespect slide.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Man, you'd think after pulling a stunt like that, Bad Bunny would cool it. But nah, she kept the heat coming. She was out in Australia running her mouth to TMZ, keeping the drama alive.
Shit on Instagram, so you finna say something that's finna happen to you.
Oh,
and
man.
I can't get to her because I straight as
So it was one of those on site?
Do what I can.
So you was doing that on site, huh?
On the other side, Iggy played it cool. When folks asked how she was going to clap back, she just brushed it off, showing she wasn't letting the drama get to her.
Threw at you.
I hope it wasn't alcohol. She's a little kid. She can't drink, right?
What happened though? What caused that to happen?
I don't know. I think she...
Is it over? Do you have to retaliate?
I can't. She's a little kid. What would I do?
Bad Baby wasn't done. She hopped on Instagram, telling Iggy to keep her name out of her mouth. But what she didn't realize was that Iggy was already treating her like she was invisible, not even acknowledging the drama.
Jerry Springer? What kind of baby is this? Dr. Phil? Oh my god, I'm a grown-up.
Bad Baby might have had some buzz, but she was definitely punching above her weight trying to come at Iggy like that. Now, speaking of rappers getting checked, let's talk about how even the biggest names in the game can get humbled. We're about to dive into the story of how one of the most respected MCs in hip-hop got put in his place by arguably the biggest G in the game, Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice blew up with Ice Ice Baby, but he got a serious reality check from none other than Suge Knight, the baddest G in the game. This wasn't your typical rap beef. This was some straight-up street business. Vanilla Ice was riding high, thinking he was the hottest thing in hip-hop, hanging out at the Palm in West Hollywood, probably feeling himself. Then, in walks Suge Knight with his goons. Suge wasn't a rapper, but in the hip-hop world, he was like the final boss you didn't want to face him. Suge pulled up on Ice uninvited, pushed past Vanilla's security like they weren't even there, and posted up right in front of the rapper.
Pretty much grabbed my bodyguard and pulled him out and sat down next to me right there and just started talking to me. How you doing?
Uninvited.
Totally uninvited. I didn't even know him.
See him again?
Sure did. Saw him again a few months later. He did the same thing, just kind of showed up to me, said hi, and then left. Still thinking, well, wow, this guy knows where I'm at all times. How does he know where I'm at?
But Suge was about to show them what's really good. Next thing you know, Suge is rolling up to Vanilla's hotel with his crew, and they take Vanilla up to the balcony. And here's where it gets wild.
They roughed everybody else and my whole entourage up. Suge took me out on the balcony, started talking to me personally.
Vanilla Ice later admitted he was shook to the core. Can you blame him? When you've got a guy like Suge Knight treating you like you're about to be a human yo-yo, you're definitely going to be scared.
The edge. Show me how high I was up there.
Are you scared?
I needed to wear a diaper on that day.
Suge convinced Vanilla Ice to sign over his publishing rights, which Suge allegedly used to kickstart Death Row Records.
Suge Knight brought over there that was an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
You signed over the rights?
Signed over the rights to him, so that Suge and them could get paid for it.
How much were those points worth?
$4 million, $3 million, anywhere between there. $3 to $4 million.
And you just signed them?
I signed them. And walked away alive.
When people started asking questions, Suge played it cool, out here laughing like it was all a big joke. But in the streets, everyone knew what was up.
Did you do that?
No, I did not.
It never happened?
Never happened.
You didn't take him out to the balcony?
How that sound?
It sounds like what occurs in other police reports involving you. Again and again, there's a pattern, Mr. Knight, where you do that.
Now, let's switch gears to a different kind of battle. This next rapper thought she could slide by in a rap battle using someone else's bars. A white female rapper, thinking she was pretty slick, stepped up to the mic with bars she figured nobody would catch. She was spitting heat, got the crowd bobbing their heads, thinking she was about to take the W easy.
I got this. It's that black market I'm shopping. Ass kings be busting. Well, I'm the first queens, no option.
But her opponent ain't no rookie. He's listening closely, and something isn't sitting right.
No, hold on. Honey cocaine. I swear to God, I heard that.
At first, homegirl tries to play it cool. When she gets called out, she shakes her head, acting all offended like her opponent's just hating.
No, hold on. I'll play the song right now. I'll play the song right now. She just honey cocaine. I will play the song right now. Hold on.
That's when her opponent pulls out his phone, cues up the original track, and lets it play. The crowd goes wild, realizing this MC's been caught red-handed. It's clear the battle's over. Before it really even began, our girl's trying to save face, but there's no coming back from that L. But these next rappers definitely had it harder. They got checked by not just one, but multiple MCs in the game. The Island Boys got put on blast by some real heavy hitters. These two, Kodak Red and Fly Soldier, thought they could just swim up into the rap game with their wild hair and poolside freestyles, but they weren't ready for the heat coming their way. First off, we've got comedy legend Kevin Hart and rap legend Snoop Dogg clowning these dudes on their year-end special. Snoop, a true og in the game, takes one look at this viral video and calls them straight-up goofballs.
One man trying to make it to the top. I'm an island boy, I've been trying to make it. I ain't seen it with the gang slang. You ain't
Gang, they got to use that word.
Snoop just lost hope in white rappers. While Kevin Hart couldn't even keep it together, he's cracking up, clearly not taking them seriously.
I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
You know why I'm not speechless?
Why?
Because I'm an island. I'm an island boy.
But it wouldn't stop here. The Island Boys thought they could flex on Blueface, a real street rapper with credentials.
Not gonna let me finish? Okay. It's scientifically proven, it's documented that you're a well-known...
Scientifically proven that
Yes, documented. Scientifically proven. You will never see... Don't say nothing yet. I know you want to talk, but wait. You will never see no video footage of me saying that I'm not.
Bro, I never said... Bro, I never gave a about being a blood or a crip. What the you talking about? I want to jump.
Blueface just wasn't having it. When one of the twins started running his mouth about his girl, Crazy and Rock, he shut that noise down quick, reminding everyone he's a real G.
So nothing that you can say about that situation is going to make me seem like more of a gangster or make you seem like you're saying something substantial. So just leave that alone, fool. What do you want me to do?
I'm talking about those. Okay. Wait. For me and my brother on Clubhouse months ago. She said, "Oh, it's the Island Boys."
What that got to do? What that got to do?
You're not against it.
The Island Boys tried coming back with some tough talk, but Blueface just brushed it off, showing they weren't on his level.
Opinionated, right? Nothing.
I broke up with that girl in the car, dumb. All right, I'll talk to someone in the car. Go ahead. Go on.
I know you mad. Bro, nothing you're saying is documented. Nothing you're saying is scientifically proven.
Now, speaking of rappers getting put in their place, let's talk about how this rapper didn't know how to stand on business. Little Kelpy thought he was going to flex on a podcast, but Almighty Suspect wasn't having any of that noise. Kelpy's up here spitting game about how the SWAT team rolled up to his crib, trying to sound like he's really about that life.
Basically, just got a no-knock raid. They came in, they pulled me outside some undercovers, and they drew their guns on me and shit like that, put me in the squad car, and then they all just were inside my house and yo, we got a warrant to search your person and your vehicle. And
but Almighty Suspect peeps right through Kelpy's FUD, calling him out for playing dress up and pretending to be something he's not.
Kind of like blackface. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like it look like a costume. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like he came in here wearing that in his head oh, this is what pimps is supposed to look like.
Now, Kel's here popping off, thinking he can go toe-to-toe with Suspect. But things get heated real quick.
Who are you?
I'm Lil
Kelpy
Kelpy.
No one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpy the motherfucking
Kelpy the
pimp.
clown.
You ain't gotta know who I am, bro. Ben Franklin knows who I am.
Kel's still yapping, and Suspects had enough. He snaps. And this is what went down.
I'm getting money every day. I said Ben Franklin knows who the I am.
Who you calling a bitch, though?
I'm calling you a
Someone's always going to call your bluff. And if you ain't ready to stand on business, you might find yourself in a world of hurt. For this next rapper, he thought he could get away with just saying whatever he wanted over a beat. Lil Pump got his card pulled by not one, but two heavyweight MCs. First off, Pump tries to flex on the Asian community with some whack, racist bars. He's out here making slant-eye gestures and dropping slurs, smoking on dope, saying, "They call me Yao Ming 'cause my eyes real low, Ching Chong." China Mac wasn't having this. Mac put him on blast, demanding Pump check himself and show some respect to the culture.
You know what I'm saying? When you make these fucking Asian jokes, you pull your fucking eyes, you say all this Ching Chong shit, motherfuckers feel disrespected by that. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna put some respect on my fucking culture, on my motherfucking people. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make those fucking statements without getting fucking checked. If ain't nobody else gonna say something to you, I'm gonna say something to you. So this is what the you gonna do, little boy. You gonna take that fucking video to—
Pump tried to backpedal, but it was too late. The damage was already done, and China Mac wasn't backing down.
Sorry, and I apologize for posting that. It was not my intentions to hurt nobody or do none of that. Cause I got Asian homies, you know. I f with everybody. I ain't got nothing against nobody. It's all love.
China Mac accepted the apology but kept the pressure on, making sure Pump knew there were real consequences for disrespecting the culture.
Lil Pump came out with an apology to the people yesterday. Thank you, Lil Pump. I appreciate that. Respect each other's cultures, man. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Much love, bro.
But Pump didn't learn his lesson. Fast forward, and this fool decides to come at the rap god himself, Eminem. Pump hops on the gram talking smack about M like he's got the stripes to back it up.
Hey, Eminem, you is lame as hell. Ain't nobody listening to your old you lame as fuck.
Royce da 5'9" stepped up, promising to slap Pump so hard his shades would land in a whole different genre. Even Chuck D, a true og in the game, had to weigh in. He broke it down simply, comparing M's stadium shows to whatever little gigs Pump was doing, and then bodied him with a line that hit hard. WP so finger bang chicken wang MGK Iggy Lil Pump Lee Z imitate Lil Wayne. I should aim at everybody in the game. Pick a name. I'm fed up with being humble. Pump, realizing he was way out of his depth, quickly backtracked.
Shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Eminem, man.
Now, speaking of rappers getting put in check, this white rapper thought he could just spit hot fire but ended up catching hands. We got this white MC stepping up, thinking he's about to body his opponent, but instead of coming with bars, he's fronting with a fake piece, trying to look hard. His opponent, the black rapper with real street cred, ain't impressed. He's looking at this prop gun like it's a joke, and without missing a beat, he slaps that fake heat out of the white boy's hand. The white rapper, though, he ain't got the sense to back down. Instead of taking the L and moving on with the battle, he decides to up the disrespect, thinking he can still salvage his pride. Moving on with rappers getting checked, we have this next one who still thinks he's the man, even though he's been called out by everyone and their mother. Tekashi 6ix9ine got put on blast by some real ones in the game. This dude thought he could play both sides, acting all hard on the outside while snitching behind closed doors, but the hip-hop community wasn't having it. First up, we have Vince Staples, known for keeping it 100. He hits up Twitter, asking his million-plus followers if 6ix9ine had ratted on him, But Vince wasn't done. He took it to Joe Budden's podcast.
And I bet him that he was going to end up snitching on everybody. And Joe Budden said he was going to end up big. And we made a gentleman's wager. I don't know what I won, but I should win something because he told. And it's good for hip-hop, though. It's good for hip-hop. It's important. You know what I mean? It's like the 5th time I had a fake hood pass. You know, we let it pass all the time. I'm not gonna name names, but y'all know who the ones are.
Then the Og Snoop himself steps into the ring, and he wasn't playing around. Straight up, he called 6ix9ine in a rat on the gram, making it clear where he stood on the whole situation.
You better get the off my line, rat boy. You really better leave me alone. I ain't the one. No way. No way. Go on and do your shit. And get out my way.
But the heat wouldn't stop there. Cardi B had to set the record straight when 6ix9ine tried to drag her name into this mess. This fool tried to align Cardi with the 9 Trey gang in his testimony, and she wasn't having that. First, she made a tweet shutting down those rumors. Then she went off on 6ix9ine on IG Live, making it clear she wasn't involved in any of that nonsense.
So if you know the type of situation that the streets gonna put you in, and if you get locked up and you snitching, then you shouldn't be in the streets. And that's why we don't feel bad for snitches, because you had that choice from the beginning.
In the end, snitches always get stitches, especially in the streets. And that's all the rappers we have for today. Guys, thanks for chilling. If you like this content, be sure to check out the channel to see what other crazy things these rappers get up to, including how they get humbled by other rappers.